So what can we do to help Minneapolis? I'm going to give you a couple things here at the end, but I want to provide a quick update. The Minnesota National Guard has been deployed to the area and are protecting federal buildings. They are identified by their reflective vests, their uniforms, no masks, and their professional demeanor. This is a two-way barrier. Not only are they protecting federal buildings, which is part of their job, but they are also forming a barrier between protesters and ICE. So all of those scenes of the ICE doing mass swarms of protesters, that's done because the National Guard is there right now. And I don't think that is going to take place. So please beware. Do not go after the National Guard. Another update is, and if you want to get more information on that, please check out V in Under the Desk News. She did a great update on that. So if you don't follow her, please go check that out. CNN video shows that Alex never had a gun in his hand. It was a phone, and the gun was on his hip, which he was permitted to carry. So all you 2A people out there, where are you? And it was tossed away by an officer before Alex was shot multiple times by two different officers. There are also sworn affidavits now from a pediatrician who was on site who said that the officers never tried to perform CPR or check for a pulse. Instead, they appeared to be counting bullet wounds. And that's a sworn affidavit. U.S. District Court Judge Eric Tostred has granted a temporary restraining order against DHS altering or removing any evidence connected to Pretti's murder. The Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension, or BCA, said that DHS representatives also blocked them from getting evidence even when they returned with a signed judge's warrant to do so. They were turned away by federal agents. Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison says he and his office will argue tomorrow on Monday to end the ongoing immigration surge in Minnesota. They are filing a declaration in hopes a judge will issue a temporary restraining order that will put a pause to the operation or end it altogether. That is tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Time to rule on extending the restraining order and potentially ending Operation Metro Surge altogether. So again, that's Monday, 2 o'clock Central Time. And Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer came out and said that nobody in the Democratic Party on the senator side will vote for any further DHS funding. So what can you do? I would contact every single politician in the state, especially Republicans, Republican representatives that you should know about if you don't. Tom Emer, Brad Finstand, Pete Stauber, Michelle Fischbach. And I would protest in front of their homes because, again, we need to make this personal with them. And if there is some discomfort for them, that is good. In front of their homes, in front of their offices are easily found online. That would be a great way to protest and get out in front of them because they are the ones who supported this and have wholeheartedly signed off on this. Tom Emer is out there saying, I can't believe people are making asinine assumptions that federal enforcement did something wrong, or to paraphrase that, but he is fully stoking this. And so those four individuals who have fully supported this as elected representatives in the state of Minnesota deserve your attention. Make it uncomfortable, bring it up front and home to them. Bring it up close to them so they are aware of your dissatisfaction. Also, something to be aware of, Seth Moulton introduced the Healthcare Reinvestment Act. And what this act would do is it would reallocate $65 billion from a previous $75 billion funding boost for ICE through 2029 back to healthcare, aiming to cover the expiration of the Affordable Care Act premium tax credits. The legislation proposes reducing ICE funding to $10 billion annually. Please go support that. If you can push that around to your representatives, any representatives, and say how you are wholeheartedly supporting that, please do so. That is a great plan. So please go support Seth Moulton. He's running for Senate against 79-year-old Ed Markey in Massachusetts right now. That's the kind of leadership we need. Take away funding from ICE and give it back to health. And please, finally, do not attack the National Guard. Please do not go after them. We've seen this situation before where they've been called in to protect federal buildings. Again, they act as a barrier. These are neighbors, friends, family members of people in Minneapolis and Minnesota. They are sick as well of this happening, and they understand. They are not trying to be there to make things worse, I promise. They are trying to help keep the temperature down a little bit, but also provide a barrier between these fascists and protesters so that protesters can peacefully protest and show their dissatisfaction. But please do not go after the National Guard. They are doing their job. And again, they do not support what is happening with executions of Renee Good, Alex Pretti, the shooting of the other individual, Keith Porter in LA, the abduction, kidnapping of Liam Ramos, all of those things. So please do not take it out on them. They are a professional group of our friends and neighbors, brothers and sisters who are out doing their job. So I'll try to provide another update later on today. Again, the court hearing tomorrow, 2 p.m. Central Time, to get ICE out of Minnesota. Keep contacting your representatives, especially the Republican ones, and get in their faces about this and push back on what is happening. And please do what you can. Okay. And those people on the ground, the protesters that are on the ground, I can't tell you how much I respect you and what you are doing for this country, for your city, and for this country. The people who are filming, please go boost them as much as you can. Anybody, providing footage of protests in Minneapolis, the people on the ground who are raising their voice, you are true warriors. You're true Americans doing this. So please do not stop. Keep fighting. And the more these guys kind of, ratchet down and put their thumbs on us, the bigger the response gets. And so if we do it right, we can make this happen. So please keep calm, keep pushing, keep applying pressure to every level of leadership, especially the Republicans. And let's get through this. Okay. Thank you.